the resurrection is also very unknown for many people. Not just resurrection of Jesus Christ, but our own resurrection as well. If you read 1 Corinthians 15, 20 to 23, it is clearly stated. Let's read it together. But in fact, Christ has been raised from the dead. He is the first of a great harvest of all who have died. So you see, just as death came to the world through a man, now the resurrection from the dead has begun through another man. Just as everyone dies because we all belong to Adam, everyone who belongs to Christ will be given new life. But there is an order to this resurrection. Christ was raised as the first of the harvest, then all who belong to Christ will be raised when He comes back. Do you believe that? Amen. It's not just Jesus resurrected, but we also, those who belong to Christ, will be raised when He comes back. Let me talk to you two truths. Many Christians don't know about resurrection. So first, I would like to tell you that resurrection means our bodies are fully restored. Amen. Resurrection means our bodies are fully restored. Once again, I told you from 1 Corinthians 15 that it's not just Jesus was resurrected, but we all resurrect. It is a bodily resurrection. Randy Alcorn said of Americans who believe in a resurrection of the dead, 2/3 believe they will not have bodies after the resurrection. Have you also believed the same thing, that we will have non-body resurrection? Our spirits will just go up and we'll be in heaven floating around. No. If we don't have a body, that we wouldn't be resurrected. The empty tomb is the ultimate proof that Christ's resurrected body was the same body that died on the cross. If a resurrection means the creation of a new body, then why the original body would be remain in the tomb? If Jesus had different body, hey, that's my old body, let it rot, and look, this is a new body. No, He came back to life. That's why it's an empty tomb. So Jesus is the first one to be resurrected here, right, in 1 Corinthians. And He was resurrected in spirit, or did He resurrected in body? In body. That's why we also will be resurrected bodily. Resurrection. People recognize Jesus. So I believe people will recognize me when I resurrect. It's a bodily resurrection. Jesus modeled it. He showed us what bodily resurrection is. It's not just spirit just moving around and just hanging out with the angels on the clouds. No. It's a bodily resurrection. Luke 24:39 says this. When Jesus was resurrected, He appeared to His disciples. And what did He say? Look at my hands. Look at my feet. You can see that it's really me. Touch me and make sure that I am not a ghost, because ghosts don't have bodies as you see that I do. So Jesus tells us that when Jesus resurrected, it is a bodily resurrection. He even showed that. He said, look at my feet, look at my hands. Why? Pierced hands, pierced feet. The youth group showed Passion of the Christ, the youth group. And my son told me, like, whoa, that means he would have pierced hands and feet and all these scar marks. I said, that's right. You're getting it, bro. Yeah. It's not a ghost. And Luke 24:39 says it exactly. They saw the marks of His crucifixion. They knew that this was Jesus Christ in the same body. The resurrected bodies are the same bodies God created for us, but they will be raised to greater perfection than we've ever known. When I go to heaven, I'll recognize you. You'll be who you are, but your body will be perfect. Yeah? It won't be infected by disease or brokenness. It'll be to perfection. But it is bodily resurrection. At the resurrection, God will take His fallen, corrupted children and restore, refresh, and renew us to our original design that God created. That is what Christians believe. So a lot of Christians don't know that because they don't read the Bible. And they think, just like what fairy tales say, our spirituals go up and that's what we're going to do. No, Bible's clear that we will also, with Jesus Christ, resurrect. And it will be bodily resurrection. Second truth about resurrection that a lot of Christians don't know is that resurrection means that those who are resurrected are going to live on a fully restored new earth. Did you also believe that? The theologian Anthony Hoekma said, resurrected bodies are not intended just to float in space or to flow from cloud to cloud. They call for a new earth on which to live and to work, glorifying God. This new earth, we work to glorify God. The new earth will still be earth, but a changed earth, perfected earth, new earth. It will be converted, resurrected, and restored. Not only our body will be resurrected, but the earth will be resurrected, restored, transformed. The Adam and Eve, the garden that God created, God will restore that. The new earth is like Garden of Eden. Revelation 21, 1-5. Towards the end of the Revelation, so many people have so many questions about Revelation and they don't read it. Right? What does it say? This is a hope that we have if you belong to Jesus Christ. This is what John sees. Then I saw a new heaven and new earth. For the old heaven and the old earth had disappeared, and the sea was also gone. And I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven like a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. I heard a loud shout from the throne saying, look, God's home is now among His people. He will live with them, and they will be His people. God Himself will be with them. He will wipe every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death or sorrow or crying or pain. All these things are gone forever. And the one sitting on the throne said, look, I am making everything new. New! And then He said to me, write this down, for what I tell you is trustworthy and true. It's straight from the Bible. Straight from the Bible, guys. He saw a new heaven and new earth. The old heaven and old earth had disappeared. And what happened? Holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down from God, out of heaven, to new earth. That's why the shout from the throne saying, look, God's home is now among His people. New heaven and new earth. And New Jerusalem, God's coming down to new earth, and God lives with His people. That's exactly what happened in Adam and Eve. God dwelt among His people in the Garden of Eden. That's what God intended, and that's what God will restore in Revelation 21. Those who believe in Jesus Christ, those who follow Jesus Christ, those who belong to Jesus Christ are the ones who will be resurrected, and you will live in this brand new earth where God dwells among His people in the new earth. Once again, we don't go up to the heaven and float around in skies and do nothing. People are asking me like, what do we do in heaven? We worship God. Oh my goodness, that is so boring, forever and eternity. Oh, see, we don't get that. But think about it. This is a brand new earth. Right? We have a brand new body, restored body, resurrected body, and this is also truly restored, transformed, new earth. And God comes to dwell among us, and this is where we're going to live in the new earth. We will work, we will glorify God, we'll live our lives on the new earth, glorifying God. It will be perfect. There's no tears, there's no violence, there's no murder, there's no killing, and it is a perfect, and we will worship God like what you do here. It will be 1,000 million times better because it is a true, perfect worship. We listen to or we watch this fairy tale more than the Bible. We have a wrong concept. Brothers and sisters, New Testament scholar N.T. Wright said there is almost nothing about going to heaven when you die in the whole New Testament. That concept, the word going to heaven when you die, is not in the New Testament, he says. But there is a passage about resurrection and the new earth. And God dwell among us like what he did in the beginning when he created the heavens and earth. He created Adam and Eve. And he dwelt among his people. If Adam and Eve did not sin, that would be what we would experience for the rest of our life, for eternity. But because of our sin, we messed that up. You saw that. We listened to the evil one and we messed that up. We experienced death, total separation from God. That's why Jesus restores, renews, transforms. And we will be with him forever. In a new body, new earth. I have a couple of applications for Christians and non-Christians. Christians, if you are Christ follower, if you belong to Christ, then what we do here matters. You're going to prepare what you're going to do for the rest of your life, for eternity, right here, right now. Amen. We are preparing what we're going to experience in the new earth. That's why what we do here matters. Why are you going to just scam people here and then thinking that you're going to live holy over there? Why are you going to live a violent life here and then you think you're going to be totally peaceful over there? You get that? What we do here, we are practicing what we're going to experience in the new earth. So live honestly here. Go after the needy here. We give hope to the hopeless here. We live with a very different value system as the world because our value system is a heavenly value system or new earth value system. We're not going to wait until we go there. We're going to actually live with that value system right here, right now, because we're going to be there in the new earth forever. What we do here matters. People you are going to reconcile here. Why are you going to hate people here and then all of a sudden you're going to love them when you go to New Earth? I cannot stand this person. Well, if you guys are Christians, then you're going to be together forever and ever in a New Earth. Why not practice reconciliation here? Amen. Do you see that? What we do here matters. Don't ever think, you know what I do here? Nothing matters. It's going to all fall out anyway. And I'm going to just hope for the new earth. You didn't practice nothing what you're going to do in new earth. Work heartily here so that when we go to new earth, we work heartily too. Get it? We have this think about escapism mentality. Totally unbiblical actually. To those who don't know Jesus, if you're not following Jesus, I don't care if you say, I believe in Jesus Christ when you're 5 years old and you didn't do anything about it. You don't follow Jesus today. I encourage you. This new earth that Jesus promised is for all. He's opening his arm and he's asking you to come. And this Jesus who overcame the evil 2,000 years ago, through the resurrection, he defeated the power of the death, sin, and the power of the evil. With Jesus, you'll be able to experience the presence of God. You'll be able to experience full hope, love, joy. Yes, not to completion, because we'll experience that in New Earth, but you'll experience the presence of God who gives love, joy, hope during this difficult time. Even when your life sucks here, you know this God who's victorious is with you. And He's going to help you go through this every single moment until you go to new earth. That's the hope. It's for everyone. That's why He died for all. He resurrected for all. For you. And I encourage you, are you looking for something? Have you tried everything and nothing satisfies? What you're looking for, it's not more things. It's not more people. What you're looking for is Jesus. John 14:6 says, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. Do you want to experience what we just saw, what we just heard? Do you want to experience bodily resurrection? Do you want to experience to live in the new earth for eternity with God? Brother and sister, this is not a gimmick. I pray you will respond to that. Say, God, I want to follow Jesus. I want you to forgive my sins. Set me free from bondage to sin, bondage to the devil. And today, I want to follow you today. You're my King. So that I will continue to live for you, live with you. You'll never leave me. And I will be in the new earth with you, God, forever and ever. Hell is not lakes of fire. It is separation from God. Heaven is not streets of gold, but living with God for eternity. I pray that you respond to that. Let's pray.